Judicial, haven't you joined the Sunflower Club yet? You're missing out. I make exclusive predictions there, predictions that'll knock you off your chair. Yeah, really hot ones. Everyone who subscribes to the Sunflower Club gets 20 off on everything Cigano offers. 20 off on consultations and yes, priority scheduling. 20 off on signature analysis on light mandalas. And I have access to another ritual that I only do for those who are part of the Sunflower Club. No censorship, no ads. And it really stays ahead of predictions in Brazil and around the world. So, I'll be waiting for you in the Sunflower Club and you really will be surprised. Hello, sunflowers, all the light in the world, the peace and blessing of Saint Sarah, and all of us, the Romani people. Here is your light, Sulamita the Romani, this Wednesday, June 17, 2026, bringing predictions and revelations that you ask for, thanking all of you who trust in the Romani woman. Who subscribe, right? Who are subscribed here to this channel? To those of you who leave your likes here, your constructive criticism, your compliments, your suggestions for videos, to each of you who help us through this QR code here on the screen with any amount for our rescued ones. More than 100 animals are fed every day, living a recovered and dignified life after so much suffering. Thanks to you, may you receive triple in peace, love, health, and blessings in your life. Oh, well, let's go, because we even think it's a joke, right? But the worst part is that it's serious. In a unanimous decision, which we couldn't expect any less, right? The first panel of the Supreme Court sentenced Eduardo Bolsonaro to more than 4 years in prison under a semi-open prison regime. The Supreme Court claimed that the congressman had coerced the justices, right? To arrange sanctions expenses that against Brazil to interfere with his father's trial, right? Our beloved Jair Bolsonaro. So the guy is really shady, right? He must be Donald Trump's favorite. The Supreme Court declared that the Supreme Court was coerced. For the guy to manage that, we managed to work together with the most powerful man here on earth, who is Donald Trump. Then he acted with coercion, if I'm not mistaken. In the dictionary, Portuguese, right? Yeah. It's a threat, right? Well, he was convicted, right? He was convicted. And will he end up on Interpol's red list? Will he be extradited? What can we expect from this? But in general, especially as a reflection for our Brazil, considering that if he's that powerful, congratulations, Eduardo, right? Alongside Donald Trump himself, he has so much power, he has so much closeness, he has so much influence. How do they convict a guy like that? It's stupid, right? Because if they're convicting the guy because he had power, right? For working together with the most powerful man on earth, which is Donald Trump, to interfere, right? The trial of Bolsonaro, his father. Come on, the guy is, right? And then they go and judge, right? And they convict him of all people. It's like sabotaging yourself, right? It doesn't make sense. This first group, they're so eager to go after, just imagine, right? The Bolsonaro family, they always mess things up. It doesn't show any intelligence or logical reasoning here. Because if the guy has the power to do this, are they really going to convict the powerful guy who's close to the most powerful man, who's Donald Trump? It doesn't make much sense, right? But we're going to take a look at everything because with the energy I'm feeling here, I'm picking up on Eduardo's energy. I think they shot themselves in the foot with a bazooka. That's what we're going to see. And the consequences of this for Congressman Eduardo Bolsonaro as well. But before anything else, I want to applaud. And I'm going to make a point of standing up and giving a standing ovation to Minister Andre Mido. You know, standing up. I made a prediction, Minister. I expected nothing less from you. Thank you. When I hear you speak, I get goosebumps. Even just talking about you gives me goosebumps. I know that for Christians, listening to the words of a gitana, a gypsy, might seem a little strange. But I have an admiration, respect for you. And when I brought the prediction about you here, I said exactly all the good things you were going to do. You represent us. You told them to shut up to that archaic figure. Shouldn't even be in the Supreme Court anymore. And it wasn't just a good answer. It was something like that. You took the words right out of our mouths. And you added even more. Because of your intelligence, your integrity, your honor, I feel very happy to have you representing us. Thank you very much. Because more than anything, you showed right there that you are not afraid of evil. That evil will not coerce you. That evil will not escalate you. In the name of all the sunflowers, of every good Brazilian from this land. My sincere thanks. Well, that's what it's about. Okay, let's go then. It's because, the guy, Eduardo Bolsonaro, the guy has power, right? Then they go and convict the guy. Let's see. Let's get a general idea of this. Let's see what comes out of this. With your permission, through our sphere of light. 2 decks. I asked the guides of light to use me as an instrument through this gypsy deck. Forgiveness. To bring accurate predictions and revelations, a card has fallen. 2 cards fell. My eyes are closed, okay? Let's leave them. To bring accurate and objective predictions. Sorry. About the conviction in the first instance. I need to drink some water. I'll wash this down. Wow. I had a coughing fit. Who didn't catch a cold? Who didn't catch a cold, guys? Wow. Sorry. Good one. I think it's the incense. He's coming here too. Let's go. I think I'm going to turn down the light. May they use me as an instrument through this deck I'm holding to make precise and objective predictions about the lower court conviction of the first panel. This first panel is the first one. About Eduardo Bolsonaro. Just a general overview. What could happen to him and the impact on our land, on our Brazil? Oops, bye-bye. You know that I'm feeling really good energy from Eduardo, but evil surrounds us. That's why I included it in yesterday's forecast about the importance of protecting ourselves spiritually. I make light mandalas for myself every 6 months because I deal with spirituality. And there's another ritual that I don't share here because it's a very delicate ritual to perform. Only people who are part of the Sunflower Club have access to schedule this ritual. However, even with all the protection we have, evil does not enter our perispirit, but it surrounds us. And every time, that's the issue. I'm attacked here by the left, I'm persecuted, I'm coerced, I am an evil too, because evil doesn't want to awaken people to the light. I started the Luz de Cigana Sulamita, official channel to awaken people to truth and light. But the protection is strong. Let's go. Two have already fallen here, so I'll just take one more from this. And here, three. But evil is here. It doesn't want me to reveal even more of the truth. Is it? These illuminists who serve the evil one, they are filled with a legion of obsessors who are there precisely because they are on the same energy frequency. I don't know if it works. I asked the mentors of light to use me as an instrument through this gypsy deck as well. I will bring accurate and objective predictions about the conviction of the first panel regarding Eduardo Bolsonaro. An overview, what could happen to him and the impact on our Brazil. Please use me as an instrument. That's how it is and will be. Thank God. Bye. It's over. It's obvious what they're doing. It's because we already know, right? And they know it. Evil knows. Everyone knows. I don't hide from anyone that my favorite is Eduardo Bolsonaro. Right? To run, if it were possible, which it isn't anymore, because they schemed in every possible way and means. But then they put Flavio in and everything's fine, right? They want to silence us. They want to get the Bolsonaro family out no matter what. And I've already done it. I brought predictions here about Flavio too, who is also at risk. And with even more details over at the Directions Club, because the club is exactly for that, since I can't share predictions here, right? They take down my videos. Right? So over there, no one takes anything down. There, it's the gypsy speaking her mind. There, it's the gypsy without censorship. And I say exactly what I see. Okay? I have to be careful with my words since saying certain things could get the video taken down. So you have to be part of the Directions Club. It's really worth it. You'll be ahead of the predictions in Brazil and around the world. So click here on the first pinned comment or the information box of this video. There's a blue link. And you will be redirected. You pay a small amount because I pay for the platform there, okay? I don't earn anything from it. I pay, and the rest goes entirely to our rescued animals, all right? So it's because I've already talked about Flavio in great detail there. But they want to put an end to it, right? They want to find a way because, wow. Well, Lulis doesn't stand a chance against the Bolsonaro family, period. Right? So that's what they want. That's their intention. Whatever they can arrange, they will arrange. Obviously. That it would go badly, really badly. But Eduardo isn't stupid. Quite the opposite. Right? He's also a lawyer, right? He has a law degree. that it would go really badly if he came to Brazil, which he won't do. By the way, when I made a prediction for him, he had just gone to the United States. You can click here on videos. Many of you remember that prediction because I said he absolutely cannot come back because they're going to set him up. It was spot on, right? So, of course, it would only go badly, okay? Here, confirmation. So, look, Eduardo is represented by House 28, the scythe, along with House 11, the rats and the snake. Right? The snake, the setup they pulled on him. I mean, there's no reason at all for this conviction. It was all done carelessly. Pardon my language. And on top of everything, it doesn't make sense because no, he didn't threaten anyone. Right? But it would be bad, really bad, if he went back to Brazil, which he won't do. Huh? Right, right? Now. You, the lefty who's here. Of course. Because your favorite left-wing psychic or astrologer only talks nonsense, right? They never get their predictions right. So you come here to get it right, right? To see what the gypsy always gets right. To stay sharp or even just to get annoyed, right? I won't give you any more reason to get even angrier, okay? In fact, they messed with Trump's golden boy because he didn't coerce anyone. From what I'm seeing in my readings, okay? It's not a personal opinion from the fortune teller. And he didn't commit any crime either. But do you remember that Donald Trump, he was acting that way before? Not now, right? Now he doesn't want to. By the way, Lula said the G7 was like a joke, right? And I laughed a lot, right? Because Donald Trump walked past him like, you know, when we walk our little dog on the street and there's poop from another dog? It's about that, right? That was another embarrassment. Oh, so why is he wearing that little hat, huh? I don't know. You know why? You do everything, you run the Generations Club, right? What is he hiding from everyone? Anyway, let's go. From the people, from the press. Yeah, I even lost track of what I was saying, but I'll read the cards again. So I'm going to make you on the left a little angrier because he's the apple of their eye. And precisely because he's Trump's favorite and also Trump's preferred one, not that he doesn't like Flavio, but the real apple of his eye is Bolsonaro, right? But he knows that Eduardo is a complete reflection of his father, right? But anyway, remember that he had temporarily removed the Magnitsky law? The Magnitsky? We were about to play, Your Grace was about to play. And then with this conviction of his golden boy, Hanze, and then with this conviction of his golden boy, a conviction of explicitamente absurd. Donald Trump is going to mess with this again. And do you know why I'm sure about that? Because I have our land, because I have the pods opening up, and because I have an alliance. So if he was already the boy, he would play it. One thing I don't know, now he is much more. So what Donald Trump had done to try to have a more harmonious, more flexible relationship was to temporarily remove the Magnitsky Act. He won't remove it anymore. He will put it back again because now it will become not only something political, but something that will affect people's feelings. Look, it will affect Donald Trump's feelings, the House of Feelings, because he saw the injustice involving 22. Okay, otada. He won't go on Interpol's red notice list. Eduardo? None of that. Negative. He won't be extradited either. But when, before opening the cards, because I already had Eduardo's energy channeled here, so I kind of already felt that it was going to come out. I noticed that it would go wrong, that they had really shot themselves in the foot. It was. This conviction was great. Out of respect for Eduardo, but this conviction was great. For you on the right, for me, for Brazil, and even for Eduardo. First of all, nothing's going to happen. That's what I said. It would go badly in Brazil. Now, that's not going to happen. He won't come, be extradited, or go on Interpol's wanted list. And his lawyers will be able to show that this conviction is absurd. Right? To the disappointment of the left. And I see here the night, the house, the night within Kabbalistic neurology. It has to do with good news. Even more so next to the house of books, new pages. You can see that there will be plenty left. Magnitsky Law. For all of them. From the first instance, and back to your holiness of the case. It's going to be bad for the Illuminists. The house of the coffin has nothing to do with physical death. It has to do with nothing coming of it. In other words, something that was supposed to be bad. It's good. You're absolutely sure. House 30 and 35 of the anchor, something fixed, anchored. They messed with feelings and patience. That Donald Trump is no longer with this country because of this misgovernor and this bunch of people who just mess things up and make mistakes. And the house of novelty in both games. Here, look. The novelty. This conviction, Eduardo Bolsonaro's conviction is going to be bad for all of them from the first group. This will be bad for your holiness. And it will open more doors. And it will bring even more respect, admiration, and affection that Donald Trump has for Eduardo. Do you know what that means with these two cards I have here? Now, whatever he says, whatever he asks for, whatever he considers, he will be answered. Answered. Yay! This is something to celebrate standing up, right? That's what it's about. So don't forget to leave your like. Leave your like and your thanks here for the fortune teller's prediction, along with our spiritual guides. Because when we give thanks, blessings happen to us. And leave your suggestions here for tomorrow's video, Thursday. What do you want? A case? Do you want a free reading for you? Because on Friday, I'm going to bring the topic you asked for, okay? There were quite a few that I told you I would bring on Friday. A powerful spiritual approach, okay? I give all of you my gypsy blessing, the protection of our Mother, Saint Sarah, our patroness. May she cover each of you with her mantle. May our Father in heaven, our Creator, and our Master Jesus be present in your home, in your life, in your heart, and in your actions. See you tomorrow. If Father in heaven allows and Saint Sarah blesses us, and please with less coughing, thank you, bye, bye. Stay in the light, let there be light. Kiss from the gypsy, I love you all. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Oh, first group, you guys are something else. Oh, bye. Ciao.